Hi everybody and welcome to Authentication Bypass. Let's begin. So in today's room, as we can see right here, we are going to learn about different ways website authentication methods can be bypassed, defeated, or broken. So let's not waste time and just begin. So we can click on the Start Machine button right here and start our attack box like this, and I'll just click on, I'll just click on completed like this and move on to the next task. Okay, so let's do some username enumeration. First, let's go to the Acme IT Support website's sign up page. So let's open Firefox. Okay, and let's go inside here and let's type in the URL. Let's see. Let's see, 10, and then we have 160. And then customers. And then sign up like this, and we press enter. There you go. And here we can just enter admin as username. And the rest of the fields, we can just type in whatever we like. Okay, so I'll just type in some gibberish like this, you know, whatever, it doesn't matter. And by the way, I forgot, and we have to look through the you know, what questions we have. So yeah, we are going to find you know, some different usernames on this website, on this platform, right? So yeah, so this is what we're doing right now in this task. So yeah, so let's just click on sign up and see what happens. And as we can see, we get an error message saying an account with this username already exists, right? Doing this with different usernames, you can take notes of the usernames that you find out exist through these error messages and build a list of already existing users, right? Now, doing this can take some time, so we can do something better, like using FOF. We can use FOF with a pre-existing list of commonly used usernames to you know, check against for any matches. When using FOF and we happen to get matches, we can write those matches in our own list. So let's use FOF with the name word list to see if we can find some matches. So let's open the terminal. And this is, by the way, the command we are going to use, right? Okay, so let's begin. So we start by typing FOF. Then we add the word list file path. So we start with the W option, right? Like this, followed by the path to the names word list. Let's see, sec lists, and then usernames, names, and then names dot text. And there you go. So now we have that in place. Then we specify the request method we are using. So we start with the X option. So let's see, X like this, followed by the request method, which is post, right? So we type in post. Then we specify the post data. So we start with the D option. So we type in D, followed by the post data. So let's see, where are the double quotes? Here they are. So username, and then fuzz, and then email, password. I just have to be a little bit careful with the spelling. I usually make so many mistakes, so I'm taking it a bit slow right now, just to make sure that I don't make any mistakes when typing. So password, and the double quotes at the end. So let's see, username equals fuzz, and then email, password. Yes, so everything looks fine so far. And here, by the way, we are setting the value of the username key to a fuzz. This is where the different names in the names word list will be placed or inserted. Okay. Then we specify the additional header we want to add to the request. So we use the H option. Okay. So we type in H. Followed by the name of the header, which is content type, and the value right here, right? To let the server know we are sending some form data. Okay. So let's continue here. So again, we need the double quotes and type in content type, and then the value, of course. Application, URL encoded, and there you go. Oops, that's the wrong one. There you go, the double quotes. Okay, and then we specify the target URL. So we start with the U option, and then followed by the target URL, right? So HTTP like this. And finally, we specify the regex pattern or regular expression pattern. So we use the MR option like this, and type username already exists. Oops, there you go. Spelling was wrong. So username. There you go. And then we just press enter. And here we have some matches. So let's answer the questions. Okay. So first one is Simon. So we type in Simon and we submit. Perfect. Then we have Steve. And we submit. And finally, we have Robert. Perfect. So we found 3 matches, right? We found 3 usernames, valid usernames, Simon, Steve, and Robert. So that's perfect. And of course, admin up here, but you know, they didn't ask us to answer the question, you know, with the admin as username. Okay. So yes, we actually have 4 valid usernames that we found, right? Okay. Now let's create a file. Okay, let's create a file called valid usernames with the matches that we found with the usernames that we just found. So in a terminal, let's see what happened here. Let me delete that. So what we need to do here is just type in nano, okay, and then valid usernames dot text and enter. And we can begin with the first one. So admin, I would just add all of them. So admin, Robert, and we had Simon and Steve. Okay. And now we can just click on or press Control X like this. We say yes, of course. So Y, and then we press enter. Perfect. So now we can move to task 3. Okay, so let's do a brute force attack using a list of commonly used passwords against the usernames we found and wrote down in our valid usernames text file that we just created. Like TryHackMe is saying, make sure that your terminal is in the same directory as the valid usernames text file that we just created. I know I am. I created the file in the root directory, and I'm currently in the root directory. But if you're not sure, just run the print working directory command. Okay. So as we can see, if I run the print working directory command, I am in the root directory. And if I list the files in the directory using the ls command, we can see the valid usernames text file that I created, right? So now that we know that we are in the right directory, let's run the f command that we see right here. And see if we can, if we get a match from the passwords from the password word list and the usernames that we found and wrote down in our valid usernames text file, right? So let's go back in the terminal here and just clear. And let's begin typing in the command. So we type f. Then we specify the word list. So we start with the W option. Followed by the valid usernames word list that we created in the root directory with our own keyword attached to it, which is W1, right? So valid usernames dot text and the keyword, of course, W1. Followed by a comma and the path to the word list with the passwords, again with our own keyword attached to it, this time W2. So let's see, user share word lists, sec lists, passwords, oops, passwords, and then common credentials, million password like this. Let's see, list top 100 like this, and then text and the keyword, of course, W2 like this. Let me see the spelling first before we continue. So let's see, share word lists, sec lists, passwords, common credentials, 10 million password list, top 100.text. Okay, so far so good. It looks fine. I just have to double check, guys, because I always make some mistakes when I type these type of commands that are so long. Okay, so I apologize. But yeah, so let's continue. Then we specify the request method we are using. So we start with the X option, followed by the request method, which is post. So we type in post like this. Then we specify the the post data. So we start with the option like this, followed by the post data. So double quotes, username, let's see, username, okay, equals to W1. And then we have the separator, then password, let's see, password equals to W2 and double quotes. And here we are setting the value of the username key to our own keyword, W1, right? Instead of fuzz. This is where, you know, the different names in the valid usernames word list will be inserted. And we are setting the value of the password key to our own keyword again, this time W2, again instead of fuzz. This is where the different passwords in the word list with the passwords will be inserted. Okay, so yeah, so let's continue. Then we specify the additional header we want to add to the request. So we use the H option. So H, followed by the name of the header, which is content type, and the value that we see right here to let the server know we are sending some form data. Okay, so the double quotes, content type, application, let's see, xwww form URL encoded. Let's see, URL. Okay, there we have a mistake, of course. I think we're right now. Correct, I mean, double quotes. Okay, so far so good. And then we specify the target URL. So we start with the U option, followed by the target URL. So HTTP like this, and then customers and login. Let's see, customers and then login. Let's see, like this. Let me see again, HTTP, this looks good, customers login, perfect. Okay, and finally, we want to filter out the 200 status code from the response. So we use the FC filter option, okay? So FC, like this, and followed by 200, right? So 200, and we press enter, and there you go. We have a match. So Steve Thunder, right? So let's answer the question here. So we type Steve /Thunder, and we submit, and there you go. Perfect. Okay, so let's continue to the next task. Let's see. Wow, that was a whole lot of text. Okay, so what is the flag from Robert's support ticket? Okay, so we are here. So first, let's go to the Acme IT support website's reset page. Okay, so let's go here. And just instead of sign up, we'll type in reset. Okay, so reset like this, and we press enter. Okay, perfect. Now, first, let's enter an invalid email. Okay, so let's just type, you know, whatever, something like this. Okay, and we click on check mail. And we get an error message saying account not found from supplied email address. Now let's enter a valid email address, which is provided by TryHackMe. So let's enter Robert. Let's see, at Acme IT support.thm. Okay, so we click on check mail, And now let's enter the username, which TryHackMe told us is Robert. And we click on check username. And we get a message telling us that a reset email has been sent to the email we provided. So everything seems to work fine since we were able to provide a valid email address and username, and we can achieve the exact same thing with the first curl command provided here. So let's see that in action. So let's bring back the terminal and let's clear the terminal. And now let's begin by typing typing in the curl command that we see right here. So we begin with curl, followed by the URL for the Acme IT support's reset page. So HTTP. Let's see, HTTP. The customers reset like this. And we are also going to, of course, pass the query string. So we begin with the separator like this, followed by the key, which is email. So we type in email, followed by the assignment operator like this, and the value we are assigning to the key, which is the email where we want the reset email to be sent, which is at Robert at acmeitsupport.thm. So let's type that in. Robert, at Acme IT support like this. .thm. Let's not forget the THM. So Robert at Acme IT support, and then we continue by specifying the additional header we want to add to the request. So we use the H option, followed by the name of the header, which is content type, and the value that we see right here, that we've already used a couple of times. So let's add that. So let's type in content type, application form URL encoded like this. Perfect. And then we are going to finally add the post request data, which is the username. So we use the option. So we type in D, and inside the quotes we type in the key first, of course. So username like this, followed by the assignment operator and the value we are assigning to the key, which is the username, Robert, right? So we type in Robert like this. Okay, and now let's press enter. And now what we see in the terminal is the code for the page that we see right here. With all of the stuff that you see right here. It's just that we don't only see the contents of the page. We also see the HTML code used to create those elements. Basically the same code we see when we view the page source. Okay. So you get the message here. You can see it. We send you a reset email to the email that we provided. You see the menu right here, right? So as I said, everything you see right here. And you know what? Let's see the view page source also, so we can compare. Okay, so click on view page source, and this is what you see in the terminal. the exact same thing, right? If I can put it side by side, but yeah, you get the picture. You can explore the code yourself if you want to, okay? So let's not waste too much time of the video. But now let's start with the fun part of this task, and also, answer the question at the end. So what we want to do is make the reset email that was sent to Robert's email, which we don't have access to get sent to an email that we have access to. With other words, our own email, right? To our own account. So let's create an account on the Acme IT support customer section. So let's go to the customers login page. So we click on the customers tab and click on sign up here. Okay, so let's begin. So let's say my name is John and my email is John at customer dot acmeitsupport.thm. Okay, and let's I don't know, let's find what kind of password should I use. Okay, it doesn't matter actually. So let's just type in some random stuff. Okay, and let's confirm the password. So okay, I think I got it right. Okay, and now let's sign up. And we now have an account. Perfect. Okay, so far so good. Now let's run the curl command again, but this time we'll add just a little bit of extra data to our post request. Okay, we'll add our own key value pair, which will contain the email address to our account. Okay, this will cause the password reset email to be sent to our email and not Robert's. And by the way, before we run the command, if some of you reading the explanation here was wondering what keys TryHackMe is referring to, it's the keys from the key value pairs created when we filled out the form for Robert's email address and the form for his username. And you've also already heard me mentioning these type of keys in the previous tasks when we were typing in the different FF commands in the terminal, right? So each input field has a name attribute. Okay, that name attribute is given a value. That value will become the key in the key value pair, and the data entered in the input field will become the value in the key value pair when the form is submitted. So when we entered and submitted Robert's email in the first form, the input field for that form had a name attribute with the value email. So the key in the key value pair here was email, and the value in the key value pair was Robert's email. When we entered and submitted Robert's username in the second form, the input field for that form had a name attribute with the value username. So the key in the key value pair here was username, and the value in the key value pair was Robert's username, which is Robert. And you know what? Let's quickly inspect the input fields and see those keys ourselves, okay? If I'm not mistaken, we can open a new tab. If I'm not mistaken, it was the reset page. We need to visit. Let's see. Yep, that's correct. Okay, so if I inspect the input field right now, like this, look at what we are seeing right here. You see that? So we have the input field and we have the name attribute with the value email, which becomes the key in the key value pair, right? Okay. And now if we enter his email, right, and get to the next input field, the next form with the input field right here, and we inspect that input field also, what do we see? We see again the input field with the name attribute with the value username, which becomes, yep, you guessed it, the key in the key value pair when we send the, the post data, right, with the username, right? So username will be equal to, what we enter right here, which was, Robert, right? So yeah, you can see it right here, right? So username, Robert, and email was Robert's email that we just entered, right, a few moments ago. Okay, so I hope that was clear enough. If it wasn't, just tell me in the comment section and I'll try to explain again, okay? Now, let's open or bring back the terminal and bring back the previous command again. But this time, we'll add our email address in the post request, right? So let's bring it back. There you go. And let's see. Let's type in first, we need the separator, of course, let's not forget the separator, and we type email, and of course our email, so John at customers, oops, let's not make any mistakes now, customers, customers.acmeIT support.thm. Now, what we see in the terminal is the same thing we saw when we ran the command last time, right? Oh, wait a minute. I have actually spelled, okay, this was wrong. It was supposed to say customer. Okay, so let me just quickly run the command again without the S in the email. Let's see, like this. Okay, enter. There you go. And now, as I was saying, what we see in the terminal is the same thing we saw when we ran the command last time. But this time, if we look through the code and look at the message, it now says that the reset email has been sent to the email for our account, right? This time with without the typo, right? Okay, and if we go back to inside our account, right, on the Acme IT support site, go to support ticket, right, we see that we have received the password reset email, right? So far so good. Now let's open the ticket by clicking on the ticket ID. Okay, and let's visit the URL right here, right, which will automatically log us into Robert's account, where we can reset the password to his account. Okay, so let's go and visit that URL. And now let's go to your account, which is Robert's account, right? Scroll down and reset the password. Okay, so let's reset the password to Robert's account. So let's, I don't know, let's type something. Okay, and let's do that again. I hope I got it right. And now let's click on update password. And now password has been updated, right? So his account, the password to his account has now been updated. Now let's log out of Robert's account and log in again with the new password we just created, just to confirm that we have full access to Robert's account. Okay, so log out. Okay, and now Robert. Okay, here we have it already, Robert. And now the password that I created for his account. And we log in, and here you go. We have access to Robert's account, right? We just confirmed that, right? Perfect. And now if we go to support tickets, either on Robert's account or our own accounts, right? Let's see. right? We will see that we have received a new ticket, which contains our flag. So let's copy the flag, or open the ticket first, copy the flag. Paste it right here and submit. And now let's move on to the next task. Okay, a whole lot of questions here. Okay, so before we begin, do what TryHackMe encourages us to do at the top of the task. And that is to check out the HTTP in detail room if you need a refresher on cookies. So do that before you continue watching this video, and you can also check out the walkthrough I've done of that room if you want to. I'll link it in the description of this video. Okay, but now let's begin. So we have to set cookies here after a successful login, right? The logged in cookie has the Boolean value true, which means we're logged in. The admin cookie has the Boolean value false, which means while we are logged in, the logged in cookie is telling us, right? We're not logged in as an admin, okay? So we're just logged in as a regular user. So we're going to do some cookie tampering, like the name of the task suggests, and change our privileges on the target page. First, let's run the first curl command where we request the target page. Here we'll just get a message telling us that we are not logged in. Okay, so let's go to the terminal. Let's just clear. Okay, and now type in curl, followed by the URL of the target page. So HTTP 10.10.160 and cookie, nope, let's try again, cookie test, like this. Okay, and we press enter, and here you go, we get a message saying we are not logged in. Right now let's try to log in as a user by adding the cookie header to our request with the logged in and admin cookies. Okay, so the second command, right? So let's see, curl, then we add the cookie header. So we first use the H option, right? So H, followed by the name of the header, which is cookie, right? Like this, and its values will be the logged in and admin cookies. We'll set the logged in cookie to the Boolean value true, but we'll set the admin cookie to the Boolean value false. Okay, so oops, that was the wrong button right there. Here we go, and now logged in, which is equal to true, and then admin, which is equal to false, like this, right? And now, of course, let's not forget the URL, HTTP Okay, so the target URL is in place. So let's press enter. And now we're logged in as a user. But now let's try to log in as an admin, where we are going to use the same command we just used to log in as a user, but with only a little change to one of the cookies, okay? So let's bring back the command. And if we go back here, And what we need to do is just change the value of the admin cookie to the Boolean value true. Okay, so true like this. And let's run the command and see what happens. And as we can see, we are now logged in as an admin. Perfect. And we also get a flag. So let's copy the flag and use it to answer the first question. Okay, so copy the first question right here. We paste and we submit. Perfect. And now the value of cookies will not always be in plain text, like in the case with the logged in and admin cookies. Sometimes the values could be different types of hashes, like, the ones we see right here, right? Or right here, right? Like in the question that we have right here, the second question, right? That we're trying to answer. In this case, we can use something like CrackStation to crack a hash and get the original string. So let's use CrackStation to get the original value of the MD5 hash that is provided by TryHackMe and, answer the question. Okay, so let's go to CrackStation. Let's close this and type in CrackStation.net. There you go. Then copy the MD5 hash we want to crack, right? So the MD5 hash right here, and paste it inside the box right here. And then confirm that we are not a robot and click on the crack hashes button, right? So let's confirm and crack hashes. And here is the original value. Okay, so let's type that in. So 46, 37, 29. Submit. Perfect. Now, cookie values can also be encoded values. In that case, we can use a site like base64decode.org to decode the encoded values and get the original value. So let's do exactly that with the encoded value provided by TryHackMe and answer the question. So first, let's go to base64. So base64decode.org. Press enter. Then copy the encoded value we want to decode and paste it inside the box that we see on the page right here. So let me just remove that. So we're going to paste it right here, right? So let's copy the value, or at least try to, like this. Okay, so we have the value inside the box. Now let's click on the decode button. And there you go. We have now the original value, which is a flag, right? So let's copy the flag and answer the question. Perfect. And finally, TryHackMe has provided a value they want us to encode. For that, we can go to base64encode.org. Okay. So we can basically change the URL here a little bit. There you go. Then we copy the value we want to encode and paste it in the, inside the box that we see on the page right here. Right? So let's do that. And now let's click on the encode button right here. And here is the encoded value. So let's copy the encoded value and answer the question. So copy. And submit. And we are done with this room. Thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed the video and found it helpful, I would really appreciate it if you gave the video a thumbs up. And of course, make sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos on TryHackMe, cybersecurity, and ethical hacking. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll talk to you next time.